Okay, so a lot of people have been complaining that NPC are not doing anything. Like you see, these guys are cleaning. This guy's doing nothing over here, and a lot of people are complaining that because of that, they think that the productivity here is low. The total productivity has nothing to do with the fact they're doing nothing. This is an animation. The animation that they're doing is pretty much like how can I say it? It's kind of like a random generated animation for the purpose of having an animation, but it does not synchronize with the progression of the tasks you are assigning them. What I'm trying to say is that you see it says working. So if you see working, so I see I gave them 81% assignment to find meat and 19% to find leather. So if you see that they are working, everything is fine. You don't need to ask like 1,000 questions. It means that what they're doing is in progress. If you see that they're not working, then there's a problem. But here they are working. Now you're going to say, but how come they are AFKing in the base? That's because it's an animation because also if you assign them different tasks, like let's say to find fuel, make dry meat, make find leather, and then gather feather. If you assign them to all this, the dev would have to make sure that they are doing everything at the same time within a day, which is impossible because, as you know, hunting in this game is tedious, and it can take forever to actually kill an animal to get the amount of meat that you need, right? So which is why sometimes you will see the NPC walking around doing nothing, or they can go outside with their bow and their arrow to hunt for animals. I did see them hunting once, and they did shot an arrow, but the animal didn't die. Then they came back home. So I went in and looked over here, and they did still got the meat back. And I was like, how did they get the meat back if they didn't kill the animal? That's because it's an animation, and it does not reflect in real time what they do according to the task you assign them. And like I said, that's because they cannot be everywhere at the same time, because it wouldn't make sense if, let's say, the devs were to apply in real time what they do. Basically, you would see progression for the meat over here if they catch the animal, but then all the other progression on the other assignment would not be happening. When they come back, it would be the end of the day, and you'd be like, wait, I wanted them to find leather, I wanted them to do dry meat, I wanted them to get fur and feather, but they got nothing. All they did is get the meat. Why is that? Well, that's the reason, because if we apply in real time the animation for each assignment they're doing, it would be impossible to the fact that they are everywhere at the same time, because they would need to be doing everything to be back. Like, see, to do the dry meat, they need to be back at the lodge because the dry rack is in the lodge. But how can they do the dry meat if they are looking for the meat, if they're hunting? So they cannot be at the same place at the same time, which is why the animation is not synchronized with the task that you give them, which is why you will see them AFKing. But even if they AFK or do nothing, the progression always tells you if what you're gonna get, if you're gonna get it at the end of the day, which I'm gonna get 9.56 meat at the end of the day, and at the end of the day I'm gonna get 2.09 leather, because that's what I asked them to do. You understand? Now, the other thing you're gonna ask is, how come it's so low? How come they only get 9 meat? So okay, I'm gonna put, if you put 100%, look, I'm gonna show you how much meat they get. I got a hunting skill of 6, so that means they have 3, so they have 3 each. So they have hunting skill of 3 each, right? So you start at the beginning, right? So basically, if I put 100% over here, you should get 11.8 meat. Now you're going to say that's not a lot because you can get more by hunting by yourself. It is true, but that's the point of the game. You're not supposed to be able to do to have everything from the start. You have to start at the bottom of the ladder, which is why you need to level up. You need to level up. Now you're gonna say, yeah, but how? But when are they gonna level up? Like I said, this game is very slow paced. It's kind of like a World of Warcraft vanilla, when gaining a level takes a lot of grinding, and it's the way it is. So basically, before they get to level 4, if they get to level 4, it's gonna take a long time. But once they get there, you're gonna see that 11 will go up to maybe 14, 15, and then when they get to level 5, it's gonna go up to 20. When they go to level 6, they're gonna go up to 30, and so on and so on. So you're gonna get your meat as you progressively level up. You're supposed to start at the bottom, so you cannot complain that, oh, you cannot say I'm doing more meats by hunting by myself than the NPC do it, like both in the hunting lodge not doing anything. That doesn't make any sense, because then what would be the purpose of progressing, leveling up your character if they are already if they're already skilled, and if they already provide you with all the meat that you need? That it means that you wouldn't have anything else to do. So technically, what what you need to understand is that at the beginning, they will give you a certain amount of meat according to the level they have. But as you progress, they will level up and they will give you all the meat that you need. But you need to play the game. The other thing I need to make you understand is Farmshed. Over here, I have a field, right? Field is done in real time. So everything you do with field, so if I go over here, see, I have like different fields. So whenever you have people assigned to your fields, your Farmshed, technically, whatever they do will be produced in real time. Then you're gonna say, why is it that this one is in real time and not the others? Because the fields, they don't need to go all the way in the wilderness to run after a deer or rabbit or whatever. They don't need to go far away to cut a tree. They just need to be around the area, which is why the animation makes sense. It is possible to link in real time the assignment that they do for farming field, harvesting. It is possible to do it. And this is only the exception, you understand, for Farmshed. And I'm gonna show you my Farmshed. So this is my Farmshed over here. See, I have 3 people over here and they're doing nothing right now because we're not spring yet. What are we? Okay, we're not spring yet. So when we're going to be spring, they're going to be working in the fields over here. And everything they do will be done in real time. So if you go over here and you click a field, you will see that what they're doing will be applied in real time. That's the only exception. So I hope that this answers your question about why is it that my workers are not doing anything? Why are they cleaning? Why are they not hunting? Why are they like AFKing? That's because sometimes they will be hunting, sometimes they won't, because they cannot be like at 2 places at the same time. What matters the most is the progression over here. If you see it says working, you will get what you request. You will get your product at the end of the day, or your letter, your meat, your dry meat, whatever. You will get it at the end of the day. All you have to do is to wait till you get the product at the end of the day, and that's it. You don't need to care about if they are hunting right now or not. They are hunting, but it's like an imaginary, like you have to kind of imagine they are hunting. That's what I'm trying to say. Now I know you're gonna say that's kind of suck, but I mean, it's like I said, they cannot be 2 places at the same time. If you ask them to do dry meat and gather feather, they would need to go like 3 different places. They would need to kill. They would need to run. They would need to run against an animal. They would need to run, and try to hunt an animal. They would need to come back at the lodge to dry the meat, and they would need to gather feather somewhere like around the area. They would need to be at 3 places at the same time. It would be impossible to apply that animation. That is what you need to understand. So I hope you understand. If you do, please like and sub. Thanks for watching, and I hope that this helped you. Cheers.